ready for the semifinals and waiting for the fencers to come on to the piste for the introductions.
Damas y caballeros, le damos la bienvenida a los atletas y jueces al Grand Prix de Espada
Here they come.
Bogotá 2025. Semifinales categoría femenina.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome athletes and referees to the 2025 Bogota State Grand Prix Women Semifinals.
Semifinals. En la pista, podium, podium, Hadley, Husisian, from United States. Among your best recent accomplishments, bronze medal, Doha Grand Prix 2024. Katrina LEHIS from Estonia. Among your best recent accomplishments, bronze medal individual Olympics 2021.
Julia from Italy. Among her best recent accomplishments, she achieved the second place in Budapest World Cup in 2025. Nixon Catherine from the United States of America. Among her best recent accomplishments, she is the 2023 Pan American champion.
Referee John Man from Korea. Zeros Estatillo from Greece.
Aula Aleska from Venezuela. And Valor Reka from Romania.
Referees are happy because they don't get cheered very often.
For the first bout, we have Musician Hadley from the United States and LEHIS Katrina from Estonia.
Okay. After the opening ceremonies and the intros, we're ready to go. And we'll start off with Hadley Husisian, the 9th ranked fencer. She's 21 years old, against Katrina LEHIS of Estonia. She's the 18th ranked fencer. She's 30 years old. The referee will be Zhang Jinman, and Efstasios Geridias of Greece will be on video, followed by Aleska Olar and Reka Balog will be the assistants. And you heard in the opening the best result that Husisian had. Actually, she took bronze at the last World Cup in Marrakesh. And last year, she took a bronze at the Grand Prix in Doha. So she's young and on the way up. This year, she was 3rd in Marrakesh, 6th at the Grand Prix in Budapest, 33rd at the Grand Prix in Doha, 10th at the World Cup in Vancouver, and 20th at the World Cup in the UAE. LEHIS has had quite a career. She's got 4 World Cup medals, including a gold in Barcelona 2020. She has 4 Grand Prix medals, including a gold in Doha 2022. And as you heard the announcer say, she took bronze at the Tokyo Olympics in 2021. This season, she took 3rd in Marrakesh, 19th at the Grand Prix in Budapest, 8th at the World Cup in Barcelona, 35th at the Grand Prix in Doha, and 2nd at the World Cup in Vancouver, 6th at the World Cup at the UAE, and 1st at a satellite in Split, Croatia. Head-to-head, they've met twice, a pretty long time ago, and LEHIS beat Husisian at the World Cup. Looks like this was the pool, possibly, in 2023. And in 2021, that's a long time ago, It was Husisian 12-11 over LEHIS in her hometown. It was in Tallinn. LEHIS, undoubtedly one of the tallest fencers on the circuit. It's a huge reach advantage over almost all of her opponents. So for those of you new to fencing, we go to the first one to 15 is the winner. We have 3 3-minute periods with a 1-minute break in between. If it doesn't make it to 15, the fencer leading at the end of the third 3-minute period is the winner. If they're tied, they'll go into a 1-minute overtime where one fencer will have priority predetermined so that if no one scores a touch, that fencer is the winner. The entire body from the toe to the head is target area. There's no right of way like as they have in foil and saber. Whoever hits first gets it. If both fencers happen to hit within 1/25th of a second, they both get a touch. And épée fencing is a derivative of the old duel, where the first combatant to draw blood won the duel. Hence, the first person to touch gets the touch. I'm saying maybe a little bit lucky there. LEHIS had the parry and the riposte. Let's watch. And seemed to miss. No, parry, riposte missed, yes. And then the remise from Husisian, who was a student at Princeton University in New Jersey in the United States, and she took the bronze medal at the National Collegiate Championships. The referee called halt before the final action. I don't believe this is going to count. Well, it was a riposte that missed there, and then a remise. It's a question of when the referee called halt, and you can't tell in the replay. There's no sound. But according to the rules of fencing, no new action may begin after the halt. So it's a question of when the ref called it and when the action began. It looked to me like the first riposte missed and it was the second action. But the ref is allowing it. And on we go.
3, 2.
The score is 3-1. They just had someone punching the score wrong. The boisterous crowd trying to help get the score right, and they did. There's no touches scored for 1 minute, which we won't see in this period. The fencers get something called a P yellow card. They both get it. The purpose of those cards is to encourage the fencers to go out and get touches. Okay, so we'll go to the break.
1 minute.
Husisian with a 3-2 lead over LEHIS. And it's interesting, Husisian, most of her bouts, she fences on her end of the piece. That's where she's most comfortable. And hence we've seen LEHIS pushing a little more. Let's see if she continues to do so. Big, tall lefty. About 20% of the field was left-handed. Ready to go with the second of 3 periods. Husisian was 12th in Paris last July at the Olympics. Wow, it builds to a 5-2 lead. LEHIS did not compete. Husisian qualified because the United States team qualified. LEHIS had been unable to figure out Husisian's defense here because she's just sitting back there at her end of the piece, not provoking too much. Well, there she did. She took the blade and made an attack, and LEHIS, because she's so much longer, is easily able to get the double touch there. And the youngster builds on the lead.
Next one.
Another one. So it's amazing with her length advantage. LEHIS is still attacking from out of distance. She needs to push Husisian to the back of the end of the piece. Hasn't been able to do so. Husisian surprises there LEHIS with an attack. Wow, no one saw this coming. This is just a gigantic lead for Husisian. Okay, we're going to go to the break. A lot more action in the second period than we saw in the first, and a gigantic lead for that fencer, Hadley Husisian. And plan B, it's time for plan B for LEHIS. There's Guillermo Madrigal, the coach of Husisian at the Fencers Club, the oldest fencing club in the Western Hemisphere. Been around since 1883, the same year the Brooklyn Bridge was built. Madrigal was a top fencer for Cuba. I remember very well when I was team captain for the United States, every time we went up against them, they were the winners, and he was part of the reason. Big hill to climb for LEHIS. Let's see if she can get off to a good start. Ordinarily, with a gigantic lead like this, you would want the Husisian to stay back and not attack against the longer fencer. But you know what? She's been successful at it. Why not? LEHIS hasn't been able to find a defense for the attack by Husisian. Maybe one time she doubled out. That was it. But the doubles are of no help right now for LEHIS. They're help for Husisian. So if she keeps attacking and is able to get the light on, the double doesn't matter. Nevertheless, she's on the podium for the second consecutive event, Marrakesh, and now here in Bogota. And it appears as if she's going to improve upon the bronze that she took in Marrakesh. Still on the attack. Ordinarily you say don't do that, let the other fencer come to you, but she's been successful. That's what LEHIS needed to do about 7-8 touches ago, but I think it's too late now. And Hadley Husisian of the United States, the 21-year-old, will be fighting for gold later tonight. Congratulations to Katrina LEHIS on her bronze. But that was a dominant performance by Husisian. You don't like to see one-sided bouts like that, but when you do, you just want to basically appreciate that one fencer was fencing really, really well, as was Husisian. It's not as if LEHIS was not fencing well. Husisian was just better. Okay, we're going to get ready for our second set.